These are 21-year-old Dilara Darabi's paintings. They depict images of her world as she currently sits on death row in Iran. They tell her story as she tries to assert her innocence from a crime she initially confessed to at 17, 4 years ago. She confessed to stabbing to death her father's Aldrich cousin. She subsequently retracted her confession, claiming it was her boyfriend who had committed the crime for money they would have used if they were to marry. She claims he persuaded her to confess on the grounds she would not face the death penalty because she was a minor. But they both were wrong. Her initial confession was key evidence in her death sentence. But innocent or not, human rights campaigners say Dilara's case points to the Islamic Republic's continuous violation of children's rights and international conventions banning their execution.
There have been several cases like this, people who were convicted of a crime committed while they were under the age of 18, while they were a minor. In a couple of cases, the person was executed even though he was still a minor.
4 more such minors are now facing imminent execution in Iran. This has propelled 24 human rights organizations around the world to call on Iranian authorities once again to stop the execution of juvenile offenders altogether. The situation, they say, has reached, quote, crisis levels, making Iran's violation of international standards much greater than any other country. The EU condemned the Islamic Republic's action, saying, quote, the death sentence flagrantly contravenes the international obligations and commitments of the Islamic Republic of Iran, as set out in the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights and in the Convention on the Rights of the Child, both of which prohibit the execution of persons convicted of crimes committed when they were minors. While Article 49 of Iran's Penal Code exempts children from punishment, the Sharia law, which takes precedence, sets their age of maturity, 15 for boys and 9 for girls.
Deciding, that a 9-year-old, for instance, or a 14-year-old is capable of the kind of judgment and intent that is necessary to prove a crime is, frankly, it has no credibility whatsoever.
Dilara's art and voice already reached beyond her prison cell at the Tehran exhibit. Last year, however, authorities banned her from ever painting again. She attempted suicide and now remains in a frail condition awaiting her death sentence, which has yet to be scheduled. But unlike the 140 Iranian juvenile offenders on death row, Dilara's art might just serve as a constant reminder of what the system is doing to its youth.